G'day trainers, welcome back to another Pokemon Legends Arceus video. Today, I'm going to be showing you where you can find the 13 baby Pokemon that are available within the game. Those 13 baby Pokemon are going to be Pichu, Cleffa, Togepi, Elekid, Magby, Budew, Chingling, Bonsly, Mime Jr, Happiny, Munchlax, Riolu, and Mantyke. Now while baby Pokemon are not strong by any measure, they can be very difficult to capture. They're incredibly skittish creatures, and if you do not fully utilize the tall grass, smoke bombs, stealth spray, everything else that the game provides you, then you could be in for a very tough catch. If they spot you, they will start to run away, and if you do not stop them and if you do not catch them in time, they will just despawn on you. So guys, I'm going to go through each one, show you where you can get them, and what conditions may need to be fulfilled before they'll spawn. Let's begin with Pichu. So Pichu is a rare spawn in the Flowaro Gardens and Nature's Pantry within the Obsidian Fieldlands. It can appear in any weather conditions, day or night, it doesn't matter. Alternatively, Pichu can spawn in the Crimson Mirelands in the Golden Lowlands. Let's go take a look and see if we can capture ourselves a Pichu. Alright guys, we found a Pichu the first time we entered the Obsidian Fieldlands. This is where we are at the moment, right here in between the Flowaro Gardens and Aspiration Hill. It's nighttime, there's no weird weather events. Let's see if we can capture it. Now I didn't bring any additional items like stealth spray or smoke bombs. Apparently I can't follow my own recommendations. So we're going to walk around and see if we can just get it from the back. It is sleeping, so we shouldn't have an issue getting it. And there we go, we got Pichu. Next up, we're going to be going after a Cleffa. Now, Cleffa only appear in one place in the entire Hisui region, and it's in the Coronet Highlands. What you want to do is head to the Fabled Springs at night time, and with a bit of luck, you'll find the Cleffa alongside all of the Clefairy and Clefable that spawn there. Let's go there now. Alright trainers, here we are, we've just got to the Coronet Highlands and we've found ourselves a Cleffa ready to be caught. We're going to go in with just an Ultra Ball and we should be able to catch it pretty easily. And there we have it. So, we caught Cleffa right here, Fabled Springs in the Coronet Highlands. Remember, it must be at night time, otherwise they will not spawn. If you encounter some Cleffa during the night time and you do not catch them before the day-night cycle changes over to morning time, it will despawn instant. So make sure you're in the nighttime, and if you do see one, catch them right away. Alright, so next up is fan favorite Togepi. Togepi will spawn in at two main areas. Togepi can spawn in at the Crimson Mirelands in Cotton's Edge Prairie. The other area being in the Cobalt Coastlands, where Togepi will spawn in at Bather's Lagoon and Tranquility Cove. We're going to try the Crimson Mirelands first, as you gain access to the Mirelands long before you get into the Cobalt Coastlands. I'll see you there. Alright trainers, we just got to the Crimson Islands and we've got a double Togepi spawn right here. So we're here at night time, there's no abnormal weather conditions, but let's go in and quickly grab this sleeping Togepi. If we're lucky, we'll get both. I did wake it up, that was an accident, but that's fine. We should be able to get it anyway. So there's the first one, and let's see if we can catch Togepi number 2. Excellent, so we're right here in the Cotton's Edge Prairie. This is where we've just found both of them, and it was the first place that we did come to. Even though they are a rare spawn, this is where I've had the most luck getting Togepi, and if you are lucky, there is also a Togetic flying around that you can also grab if you've got any of the wing, feather, or jet balls. Next up, we're going to be going for Elekid. Now you'll only be able to get Elekid once you have progressed a fair amount into the story. I believe they are only available on the last 2 maps that you can go to. Elekid spawns in 2 main areas. The first being in the Coronet Highlands, which is where I'll be going, and they will spawn in at Cloudcap Pass. They also spawn in the Alabaster Icelands, where you can find them at Arena's Approach and Icebound Falls. So we're going to head over to the Cloudcap Pass in the Coronet Highlands and see how quickly we can get them. Elekid spawns in during all times, and there are no unusual weather conditions that need to be present for it to spawn in. I'll see you over at the Coronet Highlands. And here's our Elekid. I did go to the Coronet Highlands, however, no Elekids were spawning for me, so I thought I'd come try my luck in the Alabaster Icelands. And here we are. The only thing is that this Elekid is right next to an Alpha Electabuzz. I'm going to just try and snipe out this Elekid, and with a bit of luck, we'll get it before this Electabuzz notices us. Beautiful. Next up, we're going to go for Happiny. So you can get Happiny rather early on in the game, and you can get it in the Obsidian Fieldlands near the Orboro Tunnel. Alternatively, you can find Happiny at the Hideaway Bay in the Cobalt Coastlands, or the Avalanche Slopes in the Alabaster Icelands. As we are already here, I'm going to head over to the Avalanche Slopes, and I'll see you when I find a Happiny. And here we are. As soon as I reach the area, Happiny is here waiting for us. Let's go try and catch Happiny now. Excellent. Alright, so Happiny was caught right here on Arena's approach. There were no specific weather conditions required, and it appears at any time during the day or night. Alright, next up, we're going for Riolu. Riolu is probably one of the most desired Pokemon because it's such a fan favourite once it evolves into Lucario. Riolu is located here in the Alabaster Icelands, and from my experience, seems to be most prevalent in the Icebound Falls. However, if you aren't having any luck at the Icebound Falls, you can always try the Snowfall Hot Spring, although in my experience, it does seem to spawn quite a bit less. Okay trainers, here we are at the Icebound Falls, and right away on our first visit, we've got a Riolu already standing right here. Let's go in for the catch. Fantastic, and it came in at level 49 as well, very impressive. So, we're right here on the map. Right here is the first time we encountered Riolu, and pretty much every time we've come to this area, there's been a Riolu here. Next up, we're going for one of the cuter Pokemon on this list, and that's Magby. Now many of you may not have encountered a Magby yet, and that's because they only spawn in one place in the entire game, and that's Firespit Island in the Cobalt Coastlands. And you're unable to get there unless you've already unlocked the Mount Basculegion. While Magby by itself isn't much of a threat, all along this volcano there are tons of magma spawn in, so be careful and maybe bring some water Pokemon with you. Alright trainers, here we are, we're on Firespit Island, and we've done 2 runs up and down the volcano so far, clearing out all of the magma and gravel that we can find, and then all of a sudden, this little beauty showed up. So we're going to catch this level 29 Magby and add it to the team. Fantastic. So it's not a big spot, but Firespit Island, this is exactly where we are, where we just encountered this Magby. Next up is probably the single easiest baby Pokemon to catch, and I only included it on this list because technically it's the baby form of one of these Pokemon, but that's Budew. Now there's a good chance that you would have come across one of these while you were hunting down Togepi, but if not, we'll have to head back to the Crimson Mirelands. Similar to Togepi, the best place to catch this is on Cotton's Edge Prairie, but it can also appear on the Gatejaw Bog as well. There is also a chance to get it in the same place that you caught Cleffa, at the Fabled Spring in the Coronet Highlands. We're going to head to the Crimson Mirelands though, and head over towards Cotton's Edge Prairie. And here's Budew. We're just going to run over, throw a Pokeball at it, because it's not a difficult capture and it's not a rare spawn. They are everywhere. So, let's quickly grab it, and then we'll move on to our next one. Excellent. Okay, so for Budew, just like with Togepi, this is where you want to come, right here on the Cotton's Edge Prairie. As you can see, it's raining now, it's in the day, it doesn't matter on weather conditions or time of day for Budew, it will spawn in any conditions at any time. Next up is going to be Chingling. Similar to Elekid, you're only going to be able to catch Chingling once you've unlocked the last 2 maps. Chingling can either spawn at the Sacred Plaza in the Coronet Highlands, or at Lake Acuity in the Alabaster Icelands. Lake Acuity seems to have had a higher appearance rate, so that's where I'm going to head first. Just like the last few Pokemon, it doesn't matter about time of day or weather conditions, Chingling spawns at all times. Alright trainers, and here we are with our Chingling. Okay, so Chingling is going to be a very easy capture and shouldn't have any issues at all. There you go. 1 feather ball is all it took. This is where we were able to get Chingling from. It doesn't matter what the weather conditions are, and it doesn't matter what time of the day you arrive, Chingling spawns during all times. Right, next up is a Pokemon that seems to have a much lower spawn rate. Whether it really does or not, it's just how it feels whenever I'm hunting for one. And that's going to be Bonsly. Bonsly has got 2 spawning areas. The first is going to be at the Cloudpool Ridge in the Crimson Mirelands, and it can also spawn at the Celestica Ruins in the Coronet Highlands. We're going to head back to the Mireland and try our luck there first. There are no specific conditions that need to be met for Bonsly to spawn. It will come during any time of the day and in any weather conditions. I'll see you there. Okay, and here's a Bonsly. So, this has taken us probably 3 or 4 rezonings to get this one to spawn. However, it's finally here. You can see there's a Sudowoodo in the background. There's plenty of them, but this bad boy is why we're here today. Excellent, so we got the Bonsly, and this is exactly where we got it. Like I'd mentioned, it doesn't require any specific weather conditions or any time of the day, so come on down and try your luck. You might need to rezone a few times though. Next up is Mime Jr. It's probably one of the first baby Pokemon that you'll encounter on your journey, as you can get it as soon as the Obsidian Fieldlands open up. It will spawn in 2 main areas here, first being the Horseshoe Plains, and second, the spot where I have quite a bit more luck, would be at Sandgem Flats. It's not uncommon to see multiple Mime Juniors spawning in here at once, so let's go have a look. Alright guys, and there we are. Here's a Mime Jr in Sandgem Flats of the Obsidian Fieldlands. And there we go, there's Mime Jr. So, this is exactly where we've just caught it, down here in the Sandgem Flats, just to the west of Ramenos Island. There are quite a few of them that do spawn here, however, alongside them, you will also find Mr. Mime, Kadabras, and an Alpha Luxray as well, so be careful. Next up, we're going to be going after Munchlax. Now, anyone that is a fan of the Gen 4 games Diamond and Pearl will understand that Munchlax had an incredibly annoying catch rate and an even more infuriating spawn rate. Unfortunately, things aren't much better in Pokemon Legends Arceus. It has got a very low spawn chance, and it will appear in the Obsidian Fieldlands around the Deer Track Heights. Apart from the Obsidian Fieldlands though, it is known to make rare appearances at the Snowfall Hot Spring in the Alabaster Icelands. So let's head over to the Deer Track Heights, and I will be back when we find a Munchlax. 2 hours I have been searching for a Munchlax to show you guys. I left the Obsidian Fields and started to come over towards the Alabaster Icelands, and we have just found one, taking a bath, and it's an alpha. Let's sneak on up and see what we can do. Alright, I got caught as I was trying to sneak up on it, but that's okay. We can just throw a Gigaton from the battle menu. Excellent. Alright, so we just got a Munchlax. Guys, to date, so far, that has been the most difficult to spawn Pokemon. If you find any Munchlax in the wild, you catch them and catch as many as you can, because they do not want to spawn often at all. So, for anyone looking, this is where we got it, down at the Snowfall Hot Spring, and it was bathing right here. It doesn't require any special weather conditions, and it doesn't matter whether it's day or nighttime either. And the 13th and final baby Pokemon in Legends Arceus is going to be Mantyke. Now, Mantyke isn't too difficult to capture once you've got Basculegion. Before that though, it's darn near impossible because they don't come that close to shore. Now Mantyke are going to be spawning in the Cobalt Coastlands and simply go straight ahead and surf out onto Ginkgo Landing. There'll be quite a few all out in the water just doing their jumps and being generally playful. I'll see you at the Cobalt Coastlands. Alright trainers, here are the Mantyke right here, right on Ginkgo Landing where they said they were going to be. They are very easy to catch and you shouldn't have any issues whatsoever. Like that. One ball and we were able to get it. And there you go trainers. All 13 baby Pokemon in Legends Arceus and where to find them. I hope this video has been helpful and good luck with catching all of these baby Pokemon and forming some super cute teams. Have a great day.